Hey guys, wanted to do a quick initial impressions video for you on something I picked up. This was another purchase from AliExpress in China. Wanted something for my AR-15. I had been running this little Browning bookmark scope, or holographic, sorry, which is alright. It did the job after I had to glue the lens back in because it fell out, but that was about $80 I think for the buckmark, which is meant for rimfire I believe, but whatever, I've run them on shotguns before so I wasn't so worried about the AR, but it did the job once I fixed it. And then I picked this up. I wanted a little bit of an upgrade. I looked up some reviews and found what I could find one of the best versions of this knockoff. This is a knockoff of the Aimpoint CompM4s. And from what I can tell, it's a very good knockoff. It feels nice and heavy, really solid quality. Yeah, so far I'm very impressed. It comes with the scope itself, or the red dot, a little cleaning cloth, silica packet, little letter from the seller saying if you give us 5 stars we'll give you $2 off your next order. A bag of accessories here, Allen wrench. This looks looks rusted up from the outside here. I haven't cracked this bag open yet. Let's take a look. Yeah, it'll rub off. It's not actually rusting, it's just powder from inside the bag. Well, something in here must be, maybe there's a bolt in here that's rusting or something. Yeah, the heads of these bolts, oh, the Allen wrench. There we go. That Allen wrench is rusting, and that's what's causing the powder to get on everything in that bag. But, so, came with an Allen wrench for both types of set screws. Got them here. And then the other type to attach it to the rail. Came with the lens covers and the quick attachment knob. Now when I looked up the picture on the auction, or on the ad, Aimpoint was actually written upside down, but when it got here it's not, which is nice. So I was expecting this to be upside down, but it got really good reviews, so that was kind of the least of my concern. If I'm not worried about tricking anybody, I just want something that'll work. Yes, it says Aimpoint all over it, and I know it's not an Aimpoint, but it seems pretty good. Comp M4, what is supposed to be a unique serial number, but I'm willing to bet any others you buy from the same seller are probably going to have the exact same serial number. Made in Sweden, which it's not. But I did look up some reviews on this. Honestly, I just couldn't swing an actual Comp M4s right now. Here in Canada, they're about $800, between $750 and $800, plus shipping and tax wherever you're getting it from. Couldn't do it. It's a little too rich for me right now, so I wanted something that was comparable. And the Aimpoint Comp M4 S is supposed to last, I think, 8 years on a single AA battery. Well, I figured if I could get a year out of this on a single AA battery, I'd be ecstatic. So I'll change the battery every year on my birthday if it lasts that long. Maybe it won't, but I'll let you guys know. Like I said, this is more of an initial impression video. Came with a little flash hider on the end of the forward optic, little honeycomb. Still see through it fine. I don't see any issues with it. Has 7 brightness settings. Gets pretty darn bright. Yeah, one of the main things about this was you're able to leave it on and just permanently leave it on, which is why I wanted an Aimpoint. Now, again, realizing this isn't an Aimpoint, but for the price, if it's anywhere near decent, I'll be happy with it. It feels really nice, really rugged, quite well built. I didn't expect it to be as heavy as it was when I got it in the mail. It was a pleasant surprise to see how durable it feels. Now, is it going to hold zero? Is the dot going to stay where it's supposed to stay? Well, these are things I'm going to have to let you know. I'd love to have a real Aimpoint, but at this point, this is where I'm at. The reviews I looked up, this thing is pretty close to identical to the real thing as far as the aesthetics or how it looks. It has the same protection guards here on either side of the covers for your adjustments. Everything is held on by rubber lanyards, essentially. The battery cap, these are held on by rubber lanyards. When you pop off the front, the honeycomb can be taken off of there if you don't want to use it. Very nice fine threads actually to do this. It feels smooth, nice. It's a coated lens. There's the honeycomb. It looks like I got a piece of cardboard in there or something, but pretty easy to see through that when it's on there. No real need to. I might leave it out where I'm not really out hiding from snipers and trying to make sure there's no flash coming off of my lens, but I'll have it at the range. So do I need this on there? Probably not, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to leave it on or take it off. For right now, I'll just leave it there where it came. Now I realize the real ones, the Aimpoint caps actually say Aimpoint on them, which, as you can see, this doesn't. That's one of the ways you can tell if they're real or not. One thing I do know is a lot of the Chinese sellers are selling these with red and green reticle, which Aimpoint doesn't make a green reticle. So I purchased one that was strictly red, a little more authentic that way. And I'm just not going to bother messing with going between red and green and all that stuff. I'd rather have a red dot that was red and call it a day. This is the 2 MOA size dot. You can also get a 4, which is thicker, but yeah, so I've got to get it to the range. Obviously get it mounted onto the AR and give it a test and see what I think. Hopefully it holds zero for me for the sake of, I want to say it was 49 or 59 US dollars, free shipping. I actually have higher expectations for that than I got out of this. And once I got this glass put in, this holds zero fine, works, no problems. There's really nothing bad about this other than the glass fell out on me. But once that was fixed, it was usable. So for the sake of this being $80, this I think was around 65 to 70 once conversion was done to Canadian dollars and being shipped in. I actually feel that this is more solid than this. So I'm hoping that that'll be the case. Now, is it a good comparison? Not really. This is Buckmark. This is made for rimfire. But this here, the Chinese seller is advertising it as for high or for regular caliber, so for 223, 5.56. It is not an airsoft item, which AliExpress has a lot of airsoft items. They'll usually have AEG on there or a couple other acronyms they'll use for identifying items as airsoft. This is actually coming from a seller that sells tactical gear not being geared towards airsoft. They have supposedly legitimate items. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, somebody bought an Aimpoint and took it to China with them, and they've reverse engineered it and come back with this. So we'll see what it does. I'm going to turn it on, leave it on, see how long the battery lasts. And it's a single AA battery on this, by the way. So really easy to find replacements. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Keep tuned in. I will get some range video up. I'll have some targets with groupings and see how well it does, see how well it holds. And I'll give you some updated impressions and some actual educated feedback here shortly with a little trigger time on the AR with this. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. As usual, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. And have